Dang, now she has to kill him. That's the only way to send them back, right? Welcome back, super friends and super family. I am Thor, your friendly neighborhood god of thunder, and today I'm reacting to the season finale, episode 22 of season 2 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I am so excited to just jump right into this episode. Obviously, episode 21 left off with a pretty gigantic cliffhanger, and I am worried. We left with the characters in some pretty bad shape. It looked like Willow had the whole bookshelf dropped on top of her. She looks like she's in bad condition. Obviously, they kidnapped Giles. I wonder if he's the key to resurrect the gargoyle warrior who's going to take over the world and suck it into the vortex of hell. I could see that being a link somehow, even though I'm not sure like why Giles would be worthy. But I feel like there's a reason they didn't kill Giles and they killed Kendra, which... Joss, you are an evil man for killing off Kendra. How dare you? How dare you kill off Kendra? There was so much more potential for that character, especially with her friendship with Buffy, that now is gone forever. Oh, and Drusilla, you know, she's really stepping up as a truly terrifying antagonist here at the end. I mean, obviously, Angelus, I feel like that's the showdown we're really going to see. That's what I really want to see, although I also don't want to see because I feel like there's no good resolution. But what are we going to do? How is this all going to wrap up? I guess final predictions... I'm going to go optimistic and say that no one else is going to die, even though if someone dies, I'm going to say that it was all my fault because I jinxed it. But because Kendra was killed off and that was so brutal and out of nowhere, but I guess I should be ready for that. I guess I shouldn't be saying this, but I just have a feeling because Kendra died, I think we should be okay. That would be so brutal of Joss to kill off another character. Like each part of the season finale, someone dies. That's too much, dude. Who are you, George R.R. Martin? Like, relax. But who knows? Like, honestly, I don't feel fully safe for anybody besides Buffy, right? Because she's the main character. Yeah, but we're gonna have that showdown. But you know, obviously we have that showdown with Angelus and with Buffy, but Drusilla, man, she might be a big player because the way that she like possessed / hypnotized Kendra was so unsettling, and I wonder if there's a chance she's gonna try to pull that either on Giles or on Buffy. Like maybe they're gonna do I don't know why Giles would be the key to unlock the gargoyle dude, but if he is, maybe that's how Drusilla will get him to do it. Because Giles, if he sees Angelus, the vampire who literally killed Miss Calendar, who, you know, their love was so strong, I don't think Giles will die before he assists their cause. But if Drusilla does a little wavy finger thing and takes over Giles's mind, forces his body, I mean, talk about a loophole to cause the end of the world. But trust me, these vampires have done much worse, I'm sure. So, but I'm just pumped. I'm rambling, but I am excited. Let's just get right into the episode. Thank you to everyone for watching along. You want to see the full episode? It's up on Patreon. You want to see the season premiere of season 3? That's going to be up right now for early access. Thank you to everyone for watching. Let's get into it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, season 2, episode 22.
Back away from the girl slowly.
Get her out of here!
How did the cops know to be there? Did someone send them? Is this like Snyder doing something?
Buffy Summers. If there's trouble, she's behind it.
You stupid little troll. You have no idea. Look, I just want to know if my friends are okay.
That's enough.
Okay, Buffy, you're gonna have to break out of jail and save the world.
They can...
Holy... Snyder's like, whoa, don't you dare shoot her. She's a girl. Like, what is wrong with you, woman?
All units, we have a fugitive on foot at the high school. A homicide suspect.
I mean, that's true. She is a homicide suspect.
Suspect is very dangerous.
That is true. Buffy is very dangerous. But this is fantastic. As if the pressure of finals and the end of the world wasn't enough for Buffy, now on top of that, she has to deal with being a wanted suspect. You know what would actually be really cool is if Snyder, like, speaks up for Buffy because he realizes that she's the Slayer, or at least puts together that she's some type of special warrior, and if he's the one who helps her out of the police station. That would be pretty cool. That'd be a nice arc for him. Oh, this is risky, Buffy. This is such a public place. I don't know if that hat is enough of a disguise. You might need a Mission Impossible mask. I wonder if she knows that Giles is missing.
The cops went.
Yeah, I heard him chase you out. I was just coming at it.
Did he get bit by a vampire, though?
Okay.
Okay, that was really smart. Well done.
That was about equal parts protecting me and copping a feel, right?
I mean, I think it was just protecting.
What is it?
Oh, no. I knew Willow needed more protection.
Never should have let her try to do that curse.
I mean, it was a tactical error, Buffy. The real mistake was meeting Angelus when he challenged her.
It's us now.
Oh, man.
Oh, Oz doesn't even know?
I ran. I think I made it through 3 counties before I realized nobody was chasing me.
I don't blame you, Cordelia.
Did Giles keep up with you?
I didn't see Giles.
Oh, are they just gonna figure out that he's kidnapped?
You mean he's not in the hospital?
No.
Buffy, it's a rescue mission. You gotta go. Let's go. Let's hurry before it's too late. They better not kill off Giles. You can't kill off Miss Calendar and Giles in the same season.
Oh, yeah, Kotha. He's an even harder guy to wake up than you are.
They're gonna use him as like an evil King Arthur.
I figure you know the ritual. You're pretty up on these things. You could probably tell me what I'm doing wrong. But honestly, I sort of hope you don't. Because I really want to torture you.
Jeez. Angelus is so evil, man. I know all demons are evil, but his is the most.
She said she was going to her friend Willow's house. Maybe she slept over.
Is that Willow Rosenberg?
Yes.
They're gonna go to the hospital.
She decides to stop by. Be best she just comes in.
What is she gonna do, man?
Who are you?
Whistler.
Can we trust this guy, though? I don't know if we know enough about him to trust him.
Because I need a date to the prom.
Buffy is not in a joking mood.
You have information worth hearing, then I am grateful for it. If you're gonna crack jokes, then I'm gonna pull out your ribcage and wear it as a hat.
Hello to the imagery. Very nice.
It was good imagery.
What are you prepared to do?
Whatever I have to.
Can you help?
Well, why don't you try getting off your immortal ass and fighting evil once in a while? Because I'm sick and tired of doing it myself.
I agree with Buffy.
You're all you've got. That's the point.
Spare me.
Yeah, I would lose patience with this guy.
The sword isn't enough. You gotta be ready. You gotta know how to use it.
Even if you have information, like, spit it out, dude. Did they see her?
Oh, right there.
Oh, they did.
Your hands on your head. Do it.
Hello, cutie.
Is he actually going to? Is Spike gonna team up with Buffy right now to help take down Angelus?
Hey. White flag quit.
Let me clear this up for you. We're mortal enemies. We don't get time out.
You want to stop Angel? We're gonna have to play this a bit differently.
I am so down for this team up.
This has got to be the lamest trick you guys have ever thought up.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust it either if I were Buffy.
We like to talk big. Vampires do. I'm going to destroy the world. It's just tough guy talk. The truth is, I like this world. You've got
Really?
billions of people walking around like Happy Meals with legs. It's all right here. Angel could pull it off. Goodbye, Piccadilly, farewell, Leicester, bloody square, you know what I'm saying?
We get the picture.
I want Drew back, the way she acts around him.
You're pathetic. The whole earth may be sucked into hell, and you want my help because your girlfriend's a big hoe?
I can't fight them both alone, and neither can you. And I'm all you've got.
All right. Talk.
So let me kill this guy.
Buffy's like, we gotta play it a little bit differently if we're gonna team up here. This is so crazy, though. I'm so excited to see how this will work. Will Spike betray Buffy, though? I think he's sincere, and it's such an interesting perspective to see, like, a vampire who's like, Angelus, you're a little too extreme. And Willow has to wake up. The question is, will she wake up soon enough to be able to reverse the spell?
You're my best friend. Your voice.
Oh, she's waking up.
I love you.
I did not expect him to say that.
I'm here. She's just starting to wake up. I'm gonna go get a doctor.
Xander really is a good friend with Willow. That was such a great moment.
Is everybody else okay?
Aw. She's so concerned for everyone else, too. Giles is not okay, though. He is in bad shape. Man, this guy has had, like, the worst year of his life with everything going on.
How you holding up?
Never better.
Giles is so brave. I can only imagine what Angelus has been doing to him this whole time.
Tell me when it hurts.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. We need to hurry to help Giles. He's suffering every second. Is that her mom? Oh, shoot. She's going to think he's out with some older guy again.
Buffy, terrible things have happened. What were you doing?
What, your mom doesn't know?
Know what?
Is Spike going to tell her?
I'm in a band. A rock band with Spike here.
Right.
He does look like he belongs in a band, honestly.
And what do you do?
Well, let's sing.
You know what? Why don't we go inside and we can talk?
She can tell they're lying, right? I think she sees right through that cover story.
Not sure how I feel about that.
Okay, the secret's out. She knows. Okay, how is she going to process this? I can't believe this is everything is happening this episode.
Buffy, what is going on?
Mom,
I mean, how do you begin to explain?
I'm a vampire slayer.
I just think you can just come out right out and say it.
I'm sorry I didn't get to cure Angel. Don't be. It just wasn't meant to be.
I still think she might be able to pull it off.
I got a lucky break. What? You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Yeah, I don't think you would. Yeah, pour yourself a nice strong drink, Joyce. You're gonna need it.
Do you think Giles is still alive?
I think he is.
What a horrible thought, though. They better not kill him.
Have we met?
You hit me with an axe one time. Remember? Get the hell away from my daughter.
So, do you live here in town?
It's like, how do you make small talk with a vampire? Honestly, they should write a book called that.
There's no deal without Drew.
She killed Kendra.
Drew bagged a slayer? She didn't tell me. Good for her.
Honestly, Spike, I think you should find a new girl. Drusilla is like all for Angelus right now.
Did she explode like that man out there?
She was a slayer, Mom.
Like what you are?
It's a lot to process, man.
I'll take her out of the country. You'll never hear from us again. I bloody well hope.
That's BS.
I mean, have you tried not being a slayer?
Mom.
I love how she's just in the background, like, trying to contribute and process everything.
If Giles dies, she dies.
Good. Good. That's a good ultimatum.
We should call the police.
No, we're not calling the police.
Well, now that we know that you're innocent.
How are you going to explain it to them?
I'm a slayer, not a postal worker. Cops can't fight demons. I have to do it.
What is happening?
Just have another drink.
Don't you talk to me that way. You don't get to just dump something like this on me and pretend it's nothing. No, I am tired of I don't have time or you wouldn't understand.
It is true, though.
We'll make time to explain yourself.
I told you. I'm a vampire slayer. What do you think has been going on for the past 2 years? The fights, the weird occurrences. How many times have you washed blood out of my clothing and you still haven't figured it out? I would love to be upstairs watching TV or gossiping about boys or, God, even studying. I have to go.
No, I am not letting you out of this house.
You can't stop me.
Yes, walk out of this house, don't even think about coming back.
Don't say that. I mean, there's definitely some realism in that exchange back and forth between mother and daughter.
I want to try again.
Try what?
The curse. We never got to finish it.
What a hero, Willow. Like, fresh out of recovering from a serious concussion, she's down to try again.
You don't look okay.
You should listen to him. The hair, it's so flat and the lip.
There's no use arguing with me. Do you see my resolve face? We can stop him from ever awakening a Cathla.
Okay, I pretty much missed out on some stuff, didn't I?
Oz is like, catch me up.
I'll drive.
Xander, Go to Buffy, tell her what we're doing.
Are we gonna leave Willow alone, exposed in the hospital though? No one's gonna protect her?
You've been very brave.
Now let me make it stop.
It's literally like watching a serial killer torture someone.
To be worthy, you must perform the ritual in a tutu. Pillock.
What a badass.
Someone get the chainsaw.
Now, let's lose our temper.
Keep out of it, sit and spin.
Come on, Spike. We need the element of surprise.
There are other ways.
Enlighten me. Drusilla? Sweetheart?
Is she gonna hypnotize him? She is, isn't she?
Do you want to play a game?
Okay, Jigsaw. Of course Drusilla wants to play. Oh, I know they're doing the best they can, but as more and more time goes by, I feel so bad for Giles. Like, he's suffering so much every second.
You do know this is a crime scene, don't you? But then, you're a criminal.
Come on, Snyder, you know it's not normal.
The police will figure it out.
In case you haven't noticed, the police of Sunnydale are deeply stupid.
Very true.
You've proved too much of a liability for this school. These are the moments you want to savor.
Is he gonna expel her?
You're expelled.
Wow.
You never ever got a single date in high school, did you?
Your point being?
He doesn't even try to deny it. I would love to see Snyder's dating profile now. I'm sure it's amazing.
Tell the mayor I have good news.
Who is this mayor figure and what is he up to?
Let's see what's inside.
The weariness and suffering on Giles's face.
Be in me.
Yep, it's too late. I don't think he's strong enough to resist. Her power is too strong. I wonder if his anger for the murder of Jenny will be strong enough to, like, snap him out of it.
Jenny,
Are they gonna trick him?
I lost you.
Oh, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
We have to get out of here.
Come on, you know she's dead. You know she's dead. That's so cruel of Drusilla.
It can't be you.
I wonder what Kendra saw, like now seeing what Giles actually saw.
It's all right.
Don't fall for it. Don't.
We'll be together. Finally. We'll have everything we never got to have.
Don't say that.
He's the key.
His blood. He mustn't.
Oh my gosh. He's probably delirious with pain though, so he's not thinking straight. It's Drusilla, dude. Oh my gosh. The way that scene was shot though was so incredible.
Of course, the blood on my hands must be my own. I am the key that will open up the door.
This is why you guys should not have killed that librarian vampire nerd way back in whatever that episode was. Would have been useful now.
Drusilla,
She's still kissing him?
Honey?
we are finished here.
Sorry. I was in the moment.
Yeah, we can tell. We can tell. Oh, poor Giles. Is he going to snap awake now and realize what just happened? He looks still out of it.
Then only Angel's blood will close it. One blow sent them both back to hell.
Can't you help out?
You got nothing left to lose.
Wrong, kid. You got one more thing.
What? That's a horrible way to fade to black. What other thing? What is she going to lose before this episode is over? It better not be Joyce. It better not be Giles. I really don't trust that guy either.
Calvary's here. Calvary's a frightened guy with a rock, but it's here.
Xander is always there when Buffy needs him most, like when the stakes are highest.
Willow, she told me to tell you.
Tell me what?
Kick his ass.
That's a big thing for Xander not to tell Buffy that they're doing the ritual again, right? I feel like he really should have told her.
Did I mention I didn't take Latin?
You don't have to understand it. You just have to say it.
Do you have to pronounce it correctly, though? Because it's not the easiest thing.
So will we all.
Yes. Okay, let's go. That was awesome.
I don't have time for you.
You don't have a lot of time left.
You're playing some deep odds here. Do you really think you can take us on?
Come on, Spike.
I don't.
Oh, he's been waiting to do that. What's Drusilla gonna do, though? She might be pretty angry at Spike, honestly.
Painful, isn't it?
Dang, see, I knew it. Drusilla really doesn't care for Spike. Epic kick. Xander, honestly, you could almost be a Slayer. You don't even have superpowers, and you're still really good.
I don't want to hurt you, baby.
I think you should be worried.
Doesn't mean I won't. You're not real.
Sure, I'm real.
It's a trick.
Oh, poor Giles. I feel like Drusilla's stronger than Spike, honestly. Oh, great. Dang! Now she has to kill him. That's the only way to send them back, right?
Gods bind him.
Oh, we don't even want this to happen now. It's just gonna make it harder for Buffy to kill him.
Rome.
It's too late, right? Come on. Oh.
I call it.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work.
Willow?
Are you okay?
Oh, what's happening?
Te implore du omne.
Is this a good thing?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Hey,
Speak English.
Is she possessed by some dark power? Oh, great. Dang, Angelus has gotten better at fighting.
Sorry, baby. Wish there was another way.
He really does care for her so much.
God, he's gonna kill her.
Yeah, help out. Let's go. Oh, of course. Of course Spike's not holding up his end of the bargain once he gets Drew.
No weapons, no friends, no hope.
There's some sunlight on her face, right?
Take all that away, and what's left?
Me.
I feel like that's a mistake on Spike's part, though, because if Angelus beats Buffy, like, Drew is just gonna go back to him. We can't keep her prisoner forever. That's so telling that he grabs her unconscious body and, like, holds her close. He's so possessive.
Sophia, come.
I think it's working, right? Wow. He's back. He has to be back.
Buffy.
Is she gonna do it? Does she have to? Did he already unleash the demon when he grabbed the sword? It's so unfair. This is so not his fault.
Angel.
I like how she like took that long to actually believe that it was happening. I'm worried. I'm worried the demon is already coming out. It is, isn't it? I knew it! And she's gonna have to kill him. It's like, they shouldn't have even brought him back. It just makes it worse.
What's happening?
Don't worry about it.
I love you.
Close your eyes.
Is she just gonna kill him? She's not even gonna say? Oh, that's so heartbreaking. And he must be so confused. He doesn't even know why she killed him, right? Oh, Buffy.
Winter is cold and bitter.
I mean, she got to say goodbye to him, but that must have made it so much harder. Did she really move out? Oh, come on. Joyce said that in a moment of anger. She didn't really mean that. Come on. What did she write? What did she see?
You guys haven't seen her either?
No.
But we know the world didn't end, because check it out.
Yeah, she succeeded.
Or maybe Angel was saved and they want to be alone together.
No.
She's gotta show up sooner or later. We still have school.
Xander knows. And what is Buffy gonna do now? She's expelled. She's kicked out of her house. I mean, she has to stay here because it's the Hellmouth, I think. She must feel so alone. And after having to do that to Angel, like, she needs someone by her side. Dang, she has all her stuff. She's leaving. Where do you go? Was it going to be Spike and Drusilla? Dang, she's really leaving Sunnydale? Wow. What an unbelievable... Okay, I mean, where do I even begin? I mean, I guess I was totally wrong. This whole time I've kind of felt like Angel had this protective shield around him because unfortunately I knew there was the spin-off show, but heck, was I completely wrong. Maybe that show is just a total prequel unless they raise him from the dead somehow, but that was a pretty definitive death for Angel. And what a thing for Buffy to have to do. And there's so many things to talk about. There's so many moments of this episode. I apologize if I don't get to all of them or if I forget some things, because this is all fresh. I just stopped, obviously. Heck, let's just start with Buffy and Angel. I mean, before getting into that, I guess Xander not telling Buffy that Willow was in the process. I was so happy. Xander was doing some amazing things last episode. He's really been stepping it up towards the end of this season. And I was so happy that even though Buffy wants to do it alone, Xander is that really close friend who's like, I'm not taking no for an answer. You know, it's like you got Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli. That type of friendship. Xander's in that category with Buffy, where he's with her no matter what. He's not letting her, take it on by herself. And of course, like, he was a huge help in the end, like saving Giles. Like, once again, like, very, very useful despite just being a human, right? A human kid. But for him not to tell Buffy, and the reason why I'm so frustrated with Xander doing that is it just seems so selfish. It really seems like he's always hated Angel, and most of that has to do with his jealousy of Angel and Buffy. And it's just, that is a very poor motive. So I'm disappointed, but also proud of him. But it was tough. And in the clutch moment, that was his decision to withhold that information. And then the fact that they got Angel back was devastating too, because they were so close. They were so close. If like, just think how this show came like this close to a perfect happy ending. If Buffy had just managed to keep Angel away from touching the King Arthur sword from hell and raising up Gargoyle Dude, Angel would have been back, and we would have been back to a perfect romance. And not perfect, obviously, it's complicated, and they can't let Angel get too happy or he's gonna go back to Angelus. But still, there would have been, even if they had to part ways, Buffy could have known that Angel was back and that he was alive. And seeing that scene, it was so tough because you see the confusion, the heartbreak, the immediate care and concern that he has for Buffy. And Buffy, like, I love how there was just a pause, like almost like she didn't trust it. Like, this is something she's wanted for so long. And to see him, to have Angel back and speaking to her with all that care and love in his voice, it's everything she's wanted. And then to know in that moment that she still has to kill him anyways. And it's an interesting decision too. This is something I guess I'd be really interested to hear what people think in the comments. Like, Buffy just killed Angel. She didn't tell him she was going to kill him. She just is like, I love you. And maybe that's the most painless way to do it, because how do you sit down and explain, when there's a shortage of time, how do you sit down and explain to your loved one, I have to kill you to save the world? It's very complicated. And she just chose to say, I love you, and close your eyes and tried to make it as quick and painless as possible. But it was tough, like, seeing on his face, like, I don't think he understood. How could he understand what was going on? It's just confusion. Like, are his final moments on Earth before being cast into hell or death or whatever his afterlife is? I'm not sure, but are his final moments like fear and betrayal? Looking at Buffy like, why did you do that? I mean, hopefully he knows that it was necessary somewhere deep in his heart, but that is so tough. And for Buffy to have to do that, I have to talk about There's so many things I have to talk about. Let me see. I have to talk about Joyce and Buffy, man. I mean, that was the scene. I didn't, there were so many things happening these past 2 episodes. I didn't think that was going to happen. And even when she first saw Spike and there was a tease and then, Buffy kind of covered it up like, oh, we're in a band together. I was like, oh, they're not going to quite go there. But then they did like 2 seconds later. And that scene was a really, really great scene. The kind of the confrontation. I mean, before that, it was awkward. It was really funny having Joyce sit with Spike and like talk about school hard. That was a great callback, a great humorous moment in a dramatic event. Like I love how Joss Whedon is able to like drop those little signature Buffy humor moments, but without like taking you out of the drama of the situation. Like just that awkwardness, it was so organic and just flowed perfectly with the show. Just that's not always easy to do, so I just want to give props to him for that. But after that, like when Joyce and Buffy kind of have their argument, I love that conversation between the two of them. I love the anger and confusion that Joyce has. It seems so realistic, and even in the heat of the moment for her to say, Buffy, like you're kicked out of the house, like that's a conversation that's happened between parents and kids from the beginning of time, so it just feels like such a real response. Like at first she's in shock and confusion and she cares for Buffy, so she wants to understand and to help. But when Buffy says, I have to go, you don't understand. Like she's the mom. She's not going to let her daughter like tell her what to do when it's just too much for her to grasp at that time. And of course, when, your emotions are raised and your adrenaline is running, you kind of turn naturally to frustration and anger. And I really love what Buffy says. It says so much about what she's dealing with constantly, about her saying how she really wants a normal life. She wants to be upstairs watching TV. She wants to be doing homework, everything. She had no choice in this. This is her burden. And it's so hard because I do think long term it's actually good maybe for their relationship, because now they can actually have some real conversations possibly. I don't know if Joyce will ever be on board with letting her daughter risk herself, so maybe Buffy will have to do it on her own. But I mean, Joyce is a good mom, so I think that even if she never fully understands the job of a Slayer, with enough time and evidence and proof and reassurance, maybe she could have like a better relationship with Buffy, because now that's a side of Buffy, kind of a gigantic central part of her daughter's life that doesn't have to be hidden from her. It's kind of like letting a parent or someone know you're a superhero. Like then they can get to really know you, and there's not that confusion due to ignorance and lack of communication. But it won't be an easy road, that's for sure. I'm very interested to see like where the show picks up on that. And then that theme was kind of carried over to the actual finale fight between Angelus and Buffy. And I thought that was just done so well, where Angelus is mocking her like, oh, you don't have all your friends. What do you have left? And Buffy's like, myself, me. And I do think that's so true, because when Angelus was actually saying that, I was thinking in my head, like, well, Buffy's not alone. Like her friends are helping her. They're just spread all over the place. Like they can't all literally be in one location. But I actually think there's some real truth, because at the end of the day, like Buffy has a support system. She has friends. They are a big assist. They do, like, there are many missions that we've seen in episodes where Buffy would have failed were it not for the help of her friends, including this one. Without Xander there helping out, I'm not sure if she would have succeeded. She definitely wouldn't have without the assistance of Spike. So she needs her allies, but there is obviously like a unique responsibility on the Slayer, and kind of like the king of a country, like no one's fully going to understand what that's like, and you are in a way alone. And then to end the season with the shots of Buffy like watching her friends as an outsider, as someone who can't join their group, who can't communicate, who can't belong, and then literally leaving Sunnydale. It really tied in that theme perfectly. Like just very, very well executed storytelling. And yeah, great episode. And of course, we're left with so many questions, because while they did succeed in preventing, Earth from getting swallowed up in a hellish vortex, I mean, Buffy's expelled. She's leaving Sunnydale. She's on her own. Spike and Drusilla are on the loose, and I feel like we're going to see more of them. I doubt that's the last we'll see of them. that was so cool having Spike. There's just something so exciting about Spike teaming up with. I think I said I thought maybe there's a chance they would do that. I think in last episode, I think I mentioned it briefly. I was just thinking like, oh well, I know Spike is up to something. I know he wants Drusilla. He hates Angelus, but it was just exciting, like having a vampire team up with Buffy, and it was also very revealing, like seeing that perspective of Spike. He's not that vicious killer like Angelus who just wants to see everyone rule in hell. He wants to enjoy his life here as a vampire for however you can enjoy your life as a vampire, And I really like the little touch too, as he's driving away with Drusilla, how he grabs her unconscious body. I think that just speaks so much to his desire for her, even as like something to claim for his own, even as she's kind of going against him. And like I said, I do think that it was of course he didn't stay true to his bargain with Buffy, and he was going to let Angelus kill her. He just walked away. All he really wanted was Drusilla. But let's say Angelus had killed Buffy. There's zero chance. And even now, I'm curious what Drusilla is going to be like when she wakes up. I don't think she's going to be happy with Spike. I think, she was totally down for everyone getting swallowed into hell. So I think that kind of like Cordelia and Xander, I think ultimately they're doomed. I think Spike and Drusilla, they're incompatible. As the couples counselor over here for vampires in love, I would say, Spike, my friend, it's time to move on. But yeah, it's impossible for me to cover everything. I'm going to have to really think about this episode. Maybe I'll do a live stream. I would love to talk about these 2 episodes were great. I still am so sad about Kendra. I will just, quickly before I forget, because this was such a big thing, like Giles, like, man, has he had it rough. I mean, it's bad enough to have your dear love murdered and then find her dead body. On top of that, you're kidnapped, tortured horribly. Those scenes were so well executed. Like you could feel, without getting too gruesome and graphic, they were really able to convey the suffering and the torture and the evil of Angelus and everything Giles was experiencing. And it was so sad, and such a dirty trick to bring Jenny back, and for that to be the way they get the information back. I actually like that story choice so much more than Drusilla taking control of him, because playing on that psychological and playing to his emotions in such a cruel way was just such a thing Drusilla would do. And it feels more earned than if Drusilla just possessed his body and took control of his brain or something. But that does make me really curious. I don't think there's a set answer out there, but what did Kendra see? Because that's another reason I'm so sad. There's so little we knew of Kendra that we could have explored. I really am curious in her final moments what Drusilla showed Kendra possibly. Was there someone that Kendra cared about in her life who was close to her, who kind of got her to freeze in that moment before she got her throat cut? It's very sad thought, but rest in peace, Kendra. I'm excited for the next season. Thank you to everyone for watching. Like I said at the beginning, if you want to see the full unedited reaction to all my Buffy episodes, they're up on Patreon. If you want to see the season opener for season 3, it's going to be out right now for early access. Thank you to everyone who's watched along for the seasons of Buffy. This has been a great trip so far, and I am excited for the next season. I'm ready for season 3. Let's see what happens. But as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.